Hello, and welcome to the global introduction of the all-new Chevrolet Malibu. I'm Nicole Carrier, Communications Manager at General Motors. We're coming to you live from Warren, Michigan, just outside of Detroit. And whether you're watching us on your iPhone, your iPad, on Facebook, or on the high-definition broadcast, we're glad you could join us. At this very hour, almost 6,000 miles away, our colleagues in China are also preparing to reveal the Malibu at the Shanghai Auto Show. So this is truly a global introduction for this all-new global car. Throughout the show, if you have questions about the Malibu, make sure to post them on the Malibu tab of the Chevrolet Facebook page or tweet your question using the hashtag Malibu Reveal. We'll have a live Q&A session towards the end of the program, so make sure you stick around. Right now, I'd like to introduce two key members of the Malibu team who are here with me today. First, there's Brian Nesbitt. He's the Executive Director for GM Exterior Design and the Chevrolet Brand Champion. How you doing, Brian?
Real good, Nicole.
Great. Also with us is John Hahn, the Marketing Manager for the Malibu. Hi, John.
Hi, Nicole.
Okay, guys, you can go back to getting ready for the reveal. No pressure, but the whole world is watching. While they're doing that, let's go to the Chevrolet headquarters in downtown Detroit to hear from U.S. Vice President of Chevrolet, Rick Scheit. Rick?
Thanks, Nicole, and thanks to all of you for joining us this evening. This is a very proud and important moment for Chevrolet. We're launching the next Chevrolet Malibu, an award-winning nameplate here in America, with the heritage that reaches back nearly 50 years. First introduced in 1964, the Malibu stood for spirited design at an excellent value, and that still holds true today. The current Malibu has earned more than 40 industry awards since 2008, including the North American Car of the Year, and has been a Consumer Digest Best Buy for 3 years running, the only midsize car to do so. And it's done extremely well in the marketplace, logging more than 600,000 sales since 2008, becoming our top-selling car here in the U.S. last year. So today's Malibu is a strong foundation for us to build on as we prepare the next introduction of the Malibu to the world. We'll be selling the 2013 Malibu in nearly 100 countries and 6 continents, so we're determined to make it the best Malibu ever. In many regions, like China and Europe, it will be Chevrolet's first midsize entry, rounding out our global portfolio of fuel-efficient passenger cars, joining the Cruze, Volt, Spark, and Aveo, which we're calling the Sonic, here in the U.S. The all-new Malibu will compete with the world's best midsize cars. It has an expressive style that will stand out around the world. It has more room, a richer interior with more premium materials, greater craftsmanship, and it's packed with even more content. And the Malibu will be the quietest in the segment when you're driving down the road. In fact, the new Malibu's ride and handling is best in class. It's on par with premium sports sedans and costs thousands less. We believe the 2013 Malibu is Chevrolet's best Malibu yet, and we're excited for the opportunity to show it to you. So enjoy the rest of the broadcast, and we look forward to bringing the next Malibu to your hometown, wherever that may be. Back to you, Nicole.
Thanks, Rick. You know, there's a huge team of designers, engineers, and technicians from around the world that have been working hard to get this all-new Chevrolet ready for our customers. One of our more passionate team members is the guy who lives and breathes Chevrolet every day. He's got the inside track when it comes to understanding the thinking that went into designing this all-new car. So let's turn things over to Brian Nesbitt to learn more. Brian?
Thanks, Nicole. All of us on the development team faced a big challenge with the new Malibu. We needed to take a great car and make it even better. So we redesigned it from the ground up, made it more dynamic and efficient. We made it roomier with more usable space and storage. And we made it sportier, both in how it looks and how it drives. Let's show it to you right now. John, are you ready?
I'm ready, Brian.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the all-new Chevrolet Malibu. Now, before I give you a walk around, I want to show you a short animation that provides a sense of the Malibu's presence when you experience it firsthand. So let's take a look. It was important for the new Malibu to visually articulate a confident, fun-to-drive character. So we adjusted the Malibu's proportions and gave it more aggressive styling. There's even a little Camaro influence in the top surface detailing and character lines. It's nearly 3 inches wider than the current car. That gives us more interior space, improved handling, and helps give the car a more road-confident look. The signature dual-port grille reflects the global face of Chevrolet, with low-profile headlamps and available HID projector lamps. We offer a range of 16 to 19-inch wheels. Turn signals are incorporated in the outside rearview mirror. There's also a Camaro influence in the body side surfaces, the broad rear shoulders, for a more athletic appearance. Our signature dual-element tail lamps frame the rear end of the Malibu. We shaped the entire rear area to provide greatly improved aerodynamics for better fuel economy. The taller deck lid and integrated rear spoiler helps the air separate from the car quickly and cleanly. In fact, we expect the new Malibu could be the most aerodynamically efficient car in the midsize class. Wind tunnel testing tells us it's nearly as good as the Chevrolet Volt, which is the most aerodynamic Chevrolet has ever built. The sleek shape helps the Malibu use less fuel and reduces wind noise while inside the cabin. Now, Malibu's interior is designed to be sporty, sophisticated, and easy to live with. The signature wraparound dual cockpit design creates a sporty environment for driver and passenger, while the cabin is much more spacious. There's nearly 4 cubic feet of additional passenger volume with increased shoulder and hip room front and rear. You'll find upscale cues balanced with a touch of sportiness. Controls are more intuitively located, easy to read, and easy to use. There's a sport influence with the Camaro-inspired gauge cluster, leatherette steering wheel, and shifter. Malibu also has a new high-resolution color touchscreen radio with full-color graphic icons and menus that are intuitive and straightforward. And with Chevy MyLink, you can stream audio through your smartphone using Pandora or Stitcher. This advanced new radio even offers some innovative storage. The color screen articulates up to reveal a hidden storage bay. It's 6 inches deep, illuminated, large enough for phones, wallets, and it's the first to be offered in North America. What really sets this interior apart from the competition is the richness of materials and finishes. Notice the layering of a rich variety of different materials. Deep grain leathers, rich woods, bright chrome work, ice blue contrast stitching. It all works together to create a premium, upscale look with a sporty attitude. For a dramatic nighttime effect, soft, ice blue ambient lighting brings unexpected refinement to the cabin while illuminating functional areas. Overall, we believe the new Malibu presents a spirited, athletic look that will be distinctive in all the markets around the world, offering more than what you'd expect in a family sedan. Now, despite its up-level appearance, everything about the new Malibu was designed to create an exceptional value in the marketplace. Here's John to fill you in.
Thanks, Brian. The new Malibu will be one of the best equipped cars in the segment, especially when it comes to safety. With an available 10 airbags, 8 of them standard, plus new features like forward collision alert, lane departure warning, and a rear-view camera, it'll be hard to beat. Plus, we expect it to be one of the quietest midsize cars in the segment. And most importantly, it will inspire confidence behind the wheel. The new Malibu has been engineered to deliver precise, controlled ride and handling that's as good as a vehicle's thousands more. There's also an all-new, more powerful 2.5-liter, 4-cylinder direct-injected engine. And we'll offer a model that gets more than 35 miles per gallon on the highway. We'll tell you more about that when we get to the New York Auto Show on Wednesday. So, with the new Malibu, we took a great car and made it sportier, roomier, more fuel efficient, and even more fun to drive. All this while maintaining Chevrolet's reputation as an exceptional value. And we can't wait for you to get a chance to see it in person. Nicole?
Thanks, John. As you heard earlier, the next Malibu will be offered for sale in nearly 100 countries around the world. One of the largest markets is halfway around the world in China, where Chevrolet has been making quite an impact. Here's Joseph Liu, Executive Vice President of Shanghai General Motors, to give us his perspective on bringing the new Malibu to China.
We look forward to offering the new Malibu to our customers across China. The Malibu fully embodies Chevrolet's tradition of sporty styling and superior handling and outstanding fuel efficiency. It will address growing demand in China for the upper medium segment, especially among the young family buyers.
Auto Shanghai 2011 is a major international auto show that opens this week. In fact, press conferences are going on right now, and the public unveiling of the Malibu is scheduled to occur at any moment. We were able to capture a few minutes of yesterday's rehearsal on the show floor in Shanghai, and it looks like they're in for a lot of fun. Let's take a look.
When we created this new generation Malibu, we knew it would be sold in about 100 countries around the world. I'm pleased to see that this iconic nameplate is finally getting a truly global audience.
Here in the United States, we'll be showing the Malibu at the New York International Auto Show later this week. The press conference is Wednesday, when we'll have even more news to share with you. The show opens to the public this Friday, April 22nd, and runs through Sunday, May 1st. So if you're in the New York area in the next couple of weeks, be sure to stop by the show and check it out in person. Okay, now it's time to answer some of the questions you've submitted. Just remember, if you have a question, post it on the Malibu tab of the Chevrolet Facebook page or send us a tweet at #Malibu Reveal. We've got our two Malibu experts, Brian and John, ready to answer your questions. And we've collected several already, so let's get started. Leanne from Chevrolet's Facebook page asks, what makes the Malibu so wonderful? John, what do you think?
Well, as Brian mentioned, the new Malibu has some great styling on the outside and in, from the athletic planted stance to the great design in the rear, the roomy, sophisticated, comfortable interior. We've got a new powertrain which provides both spirited performance and some excellent fuel economy. And then on the inside, we have some great infotainment options, including new voice command recognition and all the touchscreen opportunities we have with our new MyLink system. It's going to be a great car. You're going to love to drive it. Sporty on the outside, sporty to drive, planted feel on the road. You'll love it.
Thanks, John. And now another John at Autoblog, is asking if this car is taller than the current Malibu. Brian, what do you think?
It is a hair taller, and that's due to the latest regulations of safety that go into the vehicle, along with a much more spacious interior. So combining all together, but you really probably won't notice it on the road.
Thanks. And now Miles from Autoblog is asking if the new Malibu will be at the New York Auto Show. John?
Yes, Nicole. Yes, we will have this car at the New York Auto Show. We're going to reveal it to the public on stage on Wednesday. So we've got quite a bit of news for you. We'll have some more discussion on all of the Malibu. Encourage you to come back to the Chevy Facebook, Chevy.com, and see all the new news we have to tell you about.
Great. Thanks, John. Christian on Facebook is asking how long the new Malibu has been in development. So, Brian, maybe you can give us some insight into that process.
Well, it does take a few years to develop a car, and we're really no different than many manufacturers. We try to get to market as fast as possible, but it does take a few years. So in the design studios, we sketched this car about 2-3 years ago.
Great. And also for you, Brian, Annalisa on Facebook is asking what our biggest design challenge was through the process.
Well, I'd say one of the biggest challenges was meeting all the global safety requirements around the world. In Europe, there's certain safety requirements the cars have to meet, and in the States, there's different ones, and over in China, there's different ones again. And really encompassing all of them into one final solution set that doesn't compromise the appearance, I'm really pleased where we ended up in the final design. I think we've accomplished that, and we came up with the best solutions.
And kind of speaking on that same idea of design, Belted Radio on Twitter is asking if we're going to introduce any other body styles and gave the example of the coupe or the wagon.
Yes. There's plenty of coupes in the studios, I can tell you, but they don't always get chosen. This is a large car, the midsize segment, so you really have to consider how sporty we can get in maybe a different body style like a coupe on that size vehicle. But certainly with the added track, I can tell you there are some ideas floating around, so I think you probably have to talk to John and convince him and Rick.
Great. And Chad on Facebook is asking, this one's for you, John, why there won't be a V6 option.
Well, at this point in time, all we've announced is our 2.5-liter four-cylinder direct-injected engine. Now, in New York, we will talk a little bit more about some of the additional powertrains we're coming to the market, but at this point, we haven't talked about whether we'll have a V6 or not. So stay tuned and come back and check out more news on Wednesday.
Great. Thanks, John. And Judy L. on Facebook says she actually has a 2008 V6 Malibu and loves it, so that's fantastic. Thanks, Judy. But she's actually wondering what other colors the new Malibu is going to come in. So, Brian, can you field that one?
Yes, well, there's a beautiful dark blue, and if you look probably on the website, there's an image of our dark blue. It's very royal looking. There's, of course, this great red behind us. You'll have the standard colors that are very popular, blacks and whites and silvers and golds, and so those are pretty mainstream in the segment. But what I'm really excited about is the red one behind us. It's a beautiful, beautiful color outside.
Thanks. And Stephen on Facebook says it looks great, and he's wondering when it's going to come out. So, John, do we have any more info for him?
Yeah. Well, hey, this red really looks great, and we're going to have that really pretty blue that we'll also be announcing and showing you in New York. So I'm sure you'll be excited about that. As far as when this vehicle will be out in the public, this car will be in dealerships in early of 2012 calendar year. So we're excited that it's going to be coming soon. Hope you are too. Come check it out.
And Patrick on Twitter is asking, this is for you, John, how important consumer technology was during the product development process.
Well, with this car, we looked at technology as being a great enabler for customer value. We're using a lot of new technology in our power plants. That new four-cylinder has direct injection, has a lot of technology to enable some great performance, a spirited performance, as well as some outstanding fuel economy. Inside, we've got some new technology in terms of infotainment. We're going to use the touchscreen, 7-inch touchscreen. Chevy MyLink has a lot of customer-friendly entertainment options that are using technology to make your life easier. Avoid any distracted driving. Voice recognition command is part of that. Stitcher, allowing the internet access to you, and you can then command all that through just voice-activated commands. So a lot of technology in the powertrain, in the aerodynamics of the car. The styling also recognized a lot of wind tunnel testing. So you've got some great slippery fuel efficiency out of just the design itself, the powertrain itself. Inside with the technology and the radios, even the ambient lighting that you'll see in the car is fabulous. A lot of simple touches of technology that are convenient for the consumer to use.
Great. And another question has come in regarding the interior design of the car. We have someone who's wondering what the interior color choices will be. So, John and Brian, I think you guys could both tackle this one.
Sure. Well, the images you saw today were of our leather brownstone, which is a fantastic new interior trim. We'll also have ebony, which is a dark. We'll have a charcoal titanium look, which is more of a gray, and then we'll have more of a neutral interior as well, right?
Yes.
Great. We have a question from Chuck, who is wondering if the transmission will have 6 speeds. So, John, this sounds like one for you.
Yes, I'll take that one. Yes, we have a brand new 6-speed automatic transmission that's going to be standard with the vehicle and be standard with all of our powertrains. So this also has a lot of new technology in it and improves both our spirited performance as well as greatly helps with the fuel economy, which we all know that's very important in today's life.
And John, we also have another question. Someone is wondering when pricing will be announced for the new vehicle.
Well, we're all anxious to see how we end up pricing this vehicle. I'm sure we'll be very competitive with that. Pricing will be announced closer to the start of production, closer to when we're ready to order these vehicles for your dealers to order. So stay tuned. But as we get very close to production, we'll be ready to make those announcements.
All right, and we have a question from someone at Motor Trend who is asking what platform the new Malibu is shared with. So, John, I would guess John or Brian.
Sure, I'll take that one. This is part of our Global Epsilon platform. So we have some heritage of this vehicle with the Opel Insignia in Europe. Which is an award-winning platform, has some great design, great performance handling, heritage with that heritage and that platform sharing.
Absolutely.
So Global Epson, which is we're very proud of it, and it's going to be allow us to go to 100 countries across the globe, and I'm sure it'll do well there. It's built for the U.S., built in the U.S. in 2 plants in the U.S. We're very excited to have it on the road and have it in your driveway soon.
Great, thanks. And Cayman GTS at Autoblog is asking if the Malibu is going to come to China.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, it's going to be in many, many markets that it hasn't been in before. There's not a current Malibu in China, and this will be the first Malibu coming into the market in China there. So, and it will be shown, revealed on this same day, actually, right now.
Great. Thanks. We have another question from Twitter, someone on Twitter is wondering what the 0 to 60 time will be for the vehicle.
Well, Nicole, I'll take that. We don't have firm numbers yet, but as I mentioned before, with our new powertrain, we've got some great new technology. We're going to have a great launch feel. We expect it will probably be enhanced from what we have in today's Malibu because we've got some additional horsepower, some additional torque. That's all going to help us with our 0 to 60. But not only do we have that spirited performance, we've got some great fuel economy. We want to make sure we have a great balance of those two in delivering with our new powertrain. This new aerodynamics will also allow for a great driving feel and quiet too, because it's so slippery. We really reduce our wind noise.
Speeds, yeah, absolutely.
Great. Well, thank you both, Brian and John, for taking the time to answer those questions. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have tonight. So thank you all for joining us this evening, and make sure you come back often to the Chevrolet Facebook page for more updates on the new Malibu. And for those of you in New York, look for us at the auto show later this week. Good night, everyone.